Hello guys, Setter said here. And in today's video I'm going to be talking about Colossus, how he feels right now, what went wrong with him after his nurse, and whether he can be fixed without losing his identity, a tank rushdown. I'll break down his current role, his biggest weaknesses, every ability in his kit excluding indicator, and then finish with what I think needs to be changed for Colossus to be strong. Because right now, in my opinion, Colossus is a powerhouse gone wrong and the weakest killer in the game. The devs tore his limbs apart. Now he has nothing. He is by far the easiest EXE to go against and bully. With these nerfs, he is fair, yes, but he doesn't feel like he should feel. Like a tank rushdown gone horribly wrong. Now the question is, how do we fix Colossus before he gets his Maharaga passive? How do we keep Colossus' mains from crashing out? How do they keep their sanity, keep themselves sane? Well, Colossus is supposed to be a pressure heavy, close range monster. His entire design revolves around isolating survivors, capitalizing on mistakes, and snowballing momentum once he gets a hit. The problem is that the current game and where it's heading won't be easy for Colossus. He'll struggle to keep up. Right now, Colossus feels like a character who needs everything to go perfectly just to stay relevant, while survivors only need one mistake or good teamwork to shut him down completely. And for a character that's meant to be intimidating, that's a massive failure. Before we even talk about abilities, we need to look at what completely shuts Colossus down. Colossus's biggest counters. Every killer has a counter, and for Colossus, it's very obvious what counters him. There are many things that counter Colossus. Open maps, vertical maps, a lot of maps with high verticality and speed and stun locking. Team play too. Now, open maps are by far Colossus's worst nightmare. It rids him of his climbing passive, which is a very important ability to catch up, as it allows him to take shortcuts no other survivor except for Silver can take. Wide spaces remove his ability to corner survivors or force engagement. Other survivors can see him from a mile away and reposition without him being able to do anything other than use his charge. And by the time it's on cooldown, you're just stuck waiting to get it back. You won't be able to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Unlike more mobile executioners like Tripwire and 2011X, Colossus doesn't have enough tools to compensate for that lack of pressure. Verticality heavy maps. Maps with a lot of vertical movements are just as bad because survivors can roll, drop from high elevations to waste your climb, and reposition endlessly. Characters like Sonic, Amy, Metal Sonic, Knuckles, Silver, and Eggman can abuse this constantly. That's like half of the. Actually, no, it's more than half of the entire team roster. And if a team counters you that bad, what do you think you're supposed to do one on one if they keep on looping you? And by the time you catch up, another teammate or the survivors are going to stun you. And then I'll get to his craziest weakness, which he shouldn't even have because he's a tank: stun chains and team play. This is where things completely fall apart for Colossus. Colossus can be stunned for an absurd amount of time, long enough for the entire team to heal up and reposition endlessly while you're stuck doing nothing. Here is an example of how annoying this is. Knuckles hits me with a charged punch. Sonic peels him out across the map. All of that while I'm still stunned. A Knuckles stun lasts 8 seconds, while a peel out lasts 7 seconds. And if you had charge on cooldown, you're losing a minute trying to catch up. Do you see how absurd this is to comprehend? Like, it's so unreasonable to scrap his speed boost from recovering because he has no other way of catching up. He doesn't get a speed boost from getting out of stuns. He has to use an ability to keep chase. And unlike dear 2011 fraud, who can use invis to always keep you on pressure, you're constantly on pressure. This is how Colossus should be. He's a tank rushdown. Rushdown. Are we serious, bro? Like, what was the team doing thinking of scrapping his speed boost? It might be overpowered, yes, but then you could just make it a minor speed boost, like a speed boost from recovering. And I don't know why the devs decided to scrap this. Ugh. Another example. Metal Sonic charges. You block. Turns out he runs away from you, fainting you. Now you waste time not being able to use charge, and if it's on cooldown, you'll have to walk back, getting slowed down from blocking. Okay? When you catch up with Metal Sonic, the moment you turn a corner that he turned, a Knuckles is waiting for you. Now that is where team play comes in. Knuckles can stun lock you for an absurd amount of 8 seconds with you having no way to combat this. You just have to eat it. And how are you supposed to react block if he's literally in a corner and you weren't even looking at that corner? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's defenseless. But an EXC with block is defenseless. Even Tripwire has a better way of dodging stuns. Reach out is actually better than block, honestly. Ugh. The moment I get stunned for 8 seconds, Knuckles runs away, and if I try to go for him, he's going to reset chase. He's gonna have a 16-second punch cooldown with me still having to catch up. And if I go for metal, he could possibly just heal up and reset the whole entire chase. So I chased him for absolutely no reason. That makes it chasing him a waste of my time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's absolutely no point of going on. You're just cooked. You're not gonna win. You're going to lose. This is also why I think Colossus is a very bipolar killer. You either server wipe or you get bullied, bro. Like, genuinely, all the footages you're seeing right now are of me winning. And I get bullied a lot as Colossus. I wouldn't say it's because of my bad FPS, but it's also because of how good the teams I play against are. I've won more Colossus games than I've lost, but the ones I've won were either against my friends or inexperienced teammates. He's basically getting the Jason treatment, bro. Now, one simple but effective solution would be giving Colossus his speed boost from exiting stuns back. It's not broken, it's just enough to let him reapply pressure instead of watching survivors reset the chase for free over and over again until you lose the game. This would reinforce his role as a rushdown executioner without making him unfair. And I want to be clear, I'm saying this as an experienced Colossus player. Like, if you genuinely play against a good team, you're just a crying baby. Like, you can't do shit. Now, I'll be going over his abilities and what I think of them and how balanced they are. Charge. Charge is Colossus's strongest ability and most important ability. When activated, Colossus enters a charge state, extending his arm forward and rushing ahead. During this state, he can grab multiple survivors at once and get stunned out of it. Charge deals 25 damage on grab, 15 extra damage when slamming survivors into a wall, ragdolls the survivors, gives them a speed boost, while he gets end lag. This is a perfect ability. It's easy to use, rewarding, and strong without being oppressive. The end lag is important. It prevents easy combo extensions and keeps the ability fair. On maps like Green Hill, you can drown survivors by holding onto them for as long as you can and leading them away from the springs. You can also force them into dead ends and separate them from their teammates. Grab. Grab is my personal favorite ability. Colossus lunges forward, grabbing a survivor with his mutated arm. If the grab connects, he grabs a hold of the survivors and punches them with his left arm 3 to 4 times. He tosses them afterwards. This ability can deal up to 86 damage, as I don't think it has end lag. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Is it satisfying? Yes, it is. But it's also too strong. If grab lands, he is guaranteed a down or a kill. If he misses it, he can still keep pressure. Now, honestly, this ability needs a nerf. It is way too strong, and it makes Colossus way too dependent on it. What would I do with it personally? I would add around 2 seconds of end lag without slowing his movement. This would keep grab a powerful ability and reduce the over reliance Colossus has on grab. Block. Block is by far the weakest ability in Colossus' kit. He crosses his arms and becomes immune to all stuns, countering them except for Tails' laser. That sounds great, yes, but it's underwhelming and it's in such an uncomfortable keybind, which is why you should personally change it to what you feel comfortable with. And if you feel comfortable with it, then that's good for you. Characters like Sonic, Tails, Metal Sonic, and Amy can wait it out, reposition, or bait it with minimal risk. Missing block can completely lose you a chase, or if the survivor is dumb, you could possibly not lose that much distance, but that probably doesn't happen. For console players, I highly recommend rebinding it to D-pad up because it feels much better. But even then, block needs help. It should feel like a defensive anchor, not a gamble, while Colossus feels weak. When you put everything together, the problem is clear. Colossus can be stun locked, can be infinitely looped, has limited counterplay, is heavily map dependent, relies too much on one ability. He doesn't feel consistent, he doesn't feel reliable, and worst of all, he doesn't feel intimidating. And that's what he's supposed to do. That's what he's supposed to be. He's a tank rushdown. And for a close range killer, that is a huge issue. Now, my final thoughts on Colossus are that he doesn't need more nerfs, he just needs buffs and quality of life changes that reinforce his intended role, a tank rushdown, without making him unfair to play against. Fix his stun interactions, improve his consistency on chases, reduce his over reliance on grab, and Colossus can finally become what he was always meant to be, a tank rushdown. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and maybe subscribing. I didn't think that I'd make this video this early, but genuinely, I really want Sobi to see this, and please buff Colossus. If any dev or a mod sees this, please let the balancing team know, as this could possibly make him a very good killer, since he is like the best starter killer. He is meant to be a starter killer. Like, he's very starter friendly. He's very easy to play as, easy to learn, easy to master. But in his current state, he's just John Rage Mode 2.0. He was pre buff 2011X. He's worse than pre buff 2011X, in my opinion. You genuinely can't win against a good team. Like, it's so annoying that every time I play as Colossus, I charge, and these stupid small ass torches cancel my charge. Like, I know this isn't like a problem with Colossus, it's just a problem with the collision hitboxes. Like, genuinely, please change this. Like, why are they even collidable, bro? Angel Island is like a huge problem with these torches, because there's so many torches on this map, and whenever I charge on console, my FPS crashes, and I have like 5 FPS, I don't know, 8, or it's actually really bad, and I can't even turn my camera. I just, like, it can also lose me a chase. And this is also another problem I have with Alchemy's version 0.2. The thing is, any Xbox player that has, or a PlayStation player that has been experiencing gameplay pauses or very bad FPS, they have good ping and all, yeah. This is because of the fact that PlayStation and Xbox don't have Roblox ports. So, like, it'll say PlayStation 4 or Xbox One because Roblox doesn't have a PS5 or Xbox Series X port for Roblox. So you're stuck with the graphics that the other generation had. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll be uploading another video on Tripwire soon. And if this video gets like 10 likes, I'll make sure to upload that other video as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a splendid day. Thank you. Also, you can watch this part if you want to. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yes, yes, I won. I won. Also, this Amy's kind of buns, bro. Goodbye, Amy. And goodbye, guys. I hope you have a splendid day. And Setter said, out.